Hello gang and welcome back to Collabria Southbank edition. That means the start of the episode. Here with Ham, I think we're going to get another whistle at some point soon. I know that we have whistle posts after every roadway. No? Okay. They'll be coming. No doubt there'll be some. Anyway, welcome back to Collabria Southbank edition with me, Ham. It's good to be back. I'm in between Transport Fever 2 series, if you're wondering, but it's really nice to come back and do these Collabria ones and the test match, which, boy, oh boy, wasn't it close this time, the test match between everyone. And the competition's ramping up, and it's really good to see everyone's different ways of playing coming across and how close it's actually getting. Almost like the Formula One. I love the Formula One, how there's like tenths between all these different teams, and then they put in a flying lap and they're all within tenths of each other, tenths of a second. So it's becoming like that. Not that we're within tenths of millions, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Shut up. All right, okay. We're here. We've got a bit to cover today. I'm going to do something a little bit unorthodox today. Normally, I do a track ride along at the end of my episodes. We're still going to be doing that today. However, we're going to be doing a track ride along at the start as well. Why? Because we have two passenger lines heading from Southbank to Cambridge. We're looking at one of them right now. It's called the Highlands line, and we've got that one there just backing out right now, which is called the Cruiser. All right, so the Cruiser goes around the coastline predominantly, and the Highlands one, well, it goes over the Highlands like it says. Now, if I just pause here, let's have a bit of a look at this. I'll bring up this menu for us here. You can see the Highlands Explorer. That's what we're looking at here. After the test match, or during the test match, there was a cutoff here just after the bridge, and we were tasked to get from here to Cambridge, as you know. I'm not going to go over that too much, but with the new iteration of the map, basically it's showing, if we just bring up our lines here, you can see that we now have a coastal route and we have a Highlands route going up this way. So the Highlands route actually follows. It's hard to see because it's dark green, the line. I'm aware of that. If I just move this out of the way a touch, I need to really turn my tips off. I get told that all the time, but I just don't. Right, so you can see the Highlands one comes right up here past Minehead. Now, Minehead has double stations now, so it's got one on the, well, what would you call this, the south end of Minehead or the north end, depending if you're calling this the south end of the map or the north end of the map, I'm not sure. But basically, you've got one down here, lower in the valley sort of section, and you've got one here basically up high in the Highlands section, because it links up with this iron mine here. I almost call it a coal mine. This iron mine here, which then heads down basically into the passenger service here, comes in, does its turnaround, and heads back to Southbank, right? So that's the Highland Passage. It's a bit more, if you want to think about it, it's a bit more of an express route, even though it's not express, because express would generally mean Southbank to Cambridge Express. But it kind of is express, just with one stop in between. It's a lot more express than the coastal route, which goes, you can see that blue line that's heading that way, right? That blue line up there. It's going Southbank, Brighton, Bewdley, Minehead, and Cambridge. So that's all stops. So yeah, pretty cool to see. And obviously the iron ore is getting delivered down into the docks here. And basically it's then heading on the ships down here and heading back all the way down here where we're producing steel now, where we're starting to produce some steel, which is actually pretty cool, because then we're going to take said steel and we're going to be able to ship it over to Southbank Machines Factory and start producing some machines along with some timber boards. We're probably not going to get into that quite today. We're going to be probably doing something similar to what I did in my test series, and that's trying to feed a little bit more food and grain down here at Southbank from the farm that I was utilizing from here. So potentially shipping some of this, because I don't have my station here. We do have a cargo station here with a beautiful loop. All this has been put in absolutely beautifully and reinstalled. And I know Stephen's been on to us about weeds. I even found a weed right here. I'll get that with the gun, Stephen. Don't you worry about that, friendo. No, Stephen's been having a heart attack about his weeds. I think it's hilarious. I always think it's more hilarious. And but anyway, it's beautiful. The lines are beautiful. So what I thought we'd do today now, before we kick into some building and getting this done, we're gonna do this track ride along. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this, and then we'll get cracking into the episode, and then we'll ride this beautiful train out as well, and do another track ride at the end. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Highland Express. Is it the Highland Express? Did I just try and do a really dramatic intro and give it a really non-dramatic intro by getting it wrong? No, the Highland Explorer, Ham, you muppet. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Highland Explorer. Well, that was absolutely delightful. I could just do track rides on this game all the live long day. If my episodes were just, hey Ham, make track rides of everyone's lines they've done, I'd happily do that. I would happily do 40 to 50 minutes of track rides. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Can't wait. We're going to be riding back, so stick around to the end of the episode because we're going to be riding basically the Cambridge Cruiser back along the coastline and back up that way into Southbank. So that should be a bit of fun to end off the episode today. Right, that's enough. That's enough dreaming. Dream. Don't sing, Ham, please. Come on, buddy. All right, so what are we doing today? Go away, Tip. Go away. After my singing interlude. Well, basically, I'm not going to do exactly what I did in my Terrace series. Also, in hindsight, I just want to say, yes, I could have definitely added ships on here and sent them back around. Like added more ships. We could have brought more ships after the money had started generating again. The income started coming back in. We could have definitely brought more ships, taken them back around there. I doubt whether I would have beaten Stephen, but look, we would have definitely made more money. How much more we would have made, I'm not too sure. I haven't done the test on it yet, and I probably could go back and do that test just to double check it. So I might do that and get back to you all with that, with the results of that. But yeah, in hindsight, that was very good. So thank you all for your suggestions, tips, and I always appreciate them, and please keep them coming. The other thing that I did was cheeky, was I just added a couple of extra trucks because in my playthrough, I wanted to try and just utilize the $20 million that we had to start with and not use anymore. That was a sort of challenge within my own challenge, and I made it probably harder on myself by doing that. But look, we came second, and we had a $1 million penalty applied to our end result as well. So look, I'm not disappointed with my results, especially using only the 20 million. So that is what it is. Today, we're not going to do exactly what I did in the last time, which would be easy to do actually and sort of redo it, and it would generate a lot of income. I don't think income's really our issue today. What I want to do is something a little bit more practical on the map that Stephen's got in place, and it's to do with this trash here. And we will still take the coal. However, we do need to start working more grain down here. If we look at our factory, it's got a consumption rate of 312. Well, we've basically got zero stored. All right, so it's using a lot more than what it's actually got stored. It's consuming a lot more than what it's being supplied with at the moment. The other thing is we need to turn our attention and look at West Ham over here. West Ham's sort of been just left by the wayside. There is 2 grain farms over here that we could be pulling from, and we could actually be pumping some grain into there. First things first, what I'm going to do with this line here, we're going to simply increase the amount of ships that we've got taking, because if we look here, there's 290 grain still sitting on the deck. That to me says, hey, at least put 2, if not maybe 3 more ships on there. We do have this grain farm that I utilized last time that we did use for our test, right? We did cheeky little test. As Stephen put, we gamified it, or whatever you want to call it. We gamified the game or whatever. I don't really care. I just play the game how I play it, and if that's how I make profit, that's how I make profit. Okay, that is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and add. I could probably add another 4, to be honest. Add the 4. Right, add 4 more ships onto that line. That's going to cause a little bit of mayhem and mishap. I could potentially... let's go ahead and just see if we can configure this cargo station up a little bit. I've got the song in my head, the Transport Fever 2 song. Now, we could do something actually quite cool up here, and I could go ahead and utilize a bit of funds. I mean, we've only got a small amount of money in the bank, so you know what? Bugger it. Bugger you, Calabrian government. I'm going to utilize some of your funds to do what I want, and that is take a dredge. We're going to do a bit of dredging in these lovely little wetlands down here. We're going to do a little bit of dredging through here right now, right here, right now. Give me that. Give me a bit of strength. We're going to dredge it from about there. right through here like that. I don't care that it might be costly. We just need to get ourselves a little bit more water space just here along this coastline. And what you start to see is we start to get a lovely little port forming down here for some ships, right? And look, we haven't done too much. We've just done a little bit. And that's all we need to do. Okay, let's get a couple of landings, please. Outside of navigable dock waters. I thought you might say that. I wonder if... Are you causing a problem with my... I'm just going to take this road off here just to see if it's causing any issues. And I can put it back if it is. So it's still saying it's outside of navigable dock waters. That means we're probably a bit too shallow through here still. Okay, so that was fine. Let's take a little bit more depth from here. It's funny that I got it to work down here, you know. Well, it's putting in the original dock. You're probably going to be fine, to be honest. So let's just take a... Give me a little bit bigger brush through there, please. That looks a bit deeper and nicer. They're getting that lovely blue color through there now. Okay, I don't want to take too much of that away, please. Smooth that back out. But that's a... I don't know what's going on with the color of that. I can probably repaint that to fix it later, but... a terrain brush, please, Am. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I can just paint in that texture back in there. I'll just take it to about like there, and we'll see if that works before I just clean up some of that mess. Outside of navigable dock waters. That means it's still not low enough. Okay. Okay, let's see if we just dip you down just ever so slightly like that. Dredging means you have to dredge the water in and around. Funny that you can get it with that docks. I wonder if that would do it for us. And if you're going to dredge, you may as well dredge a channel out here properly. Like such. And make it look like a proper dredged channel. Like Judge Dredd? Shut up, idiot. Okay. Smooth that on out through. Oh, thanks, autosave. You're the best around. All right. Lovely. Judge Ham. Yeah, right. No! All right. Okay, what are you saying to me? Are you saying because of this side or this side here? I think you just need to take it back. Generally, oh my gosh. Generally it means it's not pushed back under there enough. How about take it right back and then reconstitute the land after, see if that works. Yep, thought as much. Thought as much. It's sometimes in the end, you just have to use a bit more force. Right, what we're going to do, I'm going to take this back to here now. Right. Yep. Then what? Shh, buddy. Concentrating. Okay. Because I don't want to have the hand of God come pointing fingers at me. Dredging wise, not too unhappy with that. What we'll do is we will smooth up that there now. And I'll be honest, I really want to leave that channel there to look like it's been man-made just a little bit. I will smooth that edge just a touch. But I want to leave that dark patch there because it actually looks like they've had to come through and spend the $1 million or whatever they spent on that, doing that for that reason. Right. The reason why I was doing this is because I want to say, hey, right? I said, hey, doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle-doo. Actually, can we tell you, manage that line, you're now going to come into Bewdley at number 3? Yes, okay, good. Because I'm going to tell you, right, manage that line. I'll just do that because I know people don't like that. At Bewdley, hey, buddy, you can come into 1 or 4. Oh, no. Come into 1. Utilize number 4 also if you need to, okay? We're just going to tell the ships that they can use either one of these. So I just wanted to start just beefing up the port down here. And we're going to have to do it at the other end as well. Right, do you want to put your road back in before you before you forget that and break the game and Stephen gets mad at you. And everyone else gets mad at you because you've broken the game. What he's saying is fix it because you've broke it. If you don't break, don't fix it. No, yeah, just fix it. Okay, has that got everything talking the way it should again? I think so. I don't think anything's got a problem again now. I think it's okay. The other thing is with an extra 4 ships, we're just gonna let it run. Okay, we're just gonna let this run for a sec. Are we supposed to be paused? Yes, we are paused. Brilliant. Okay, good. I don't want to upset the dates and stuff, so we can let it run. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I'm just gonna let it run, but I will keep an eye on this stuff here, just to make sure that they are shipping enough. Not so much worried about the mail. The mail's, yeah, it's a good thing or not, but we'll worry about that later. What we're going to do now is, because I want to get some food, and eventually this is going to help us with getting steel sent down into Southbank. But who knows, we may have better ships by then. We may be able to ship directly to Southbank from here. I mean, we go all the way up to Cambridge from here, and you can see how successful that was out of test number 1 that Stephen did. So we are going to need to build that up too and get that looking better today. I will do that shortly. What we will do now is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this coal sent down into here via train, and then we're going to do something. Part of this cool thing that Stephen's put in with the mail is this trash, right? So when you come to Southbank waste management facility, or any of the waste management facilities, not Southbank, what you'll find is companies, businesses in the town start generating garbage, right? So it's the industrial businesses that do it. So if we have a look here, right? So anything that's commercial, you can see down here, right? It's a bit hard to see, but you can see over these commercial buildings down here, or residential buildings, I should say, you can see a little envelope. It's hard to see, it is, but you can see a little envelope, and that's the mail being produced, right? And down here, you can see in these buildings where all the food's being delivered, that mail is being produced, right? In return. Now, if we actually turn our attention over to here, this is a perfect example, this one right here. This little house on the corner, just here, it's got a little and I apologize for all the white, I'm sorry, but I can't help it, just I have to do this to show you. When you bring fuel, it will start generating trash, right? So we can start taking that trash back to here and sending that trash back on the train, because I'm pretty sure, and let me double check this, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to the cargo, the trash goes back in a gondola. Okay, so, right, so we can bring coal one way, and then we can start shipping trash back out the other way. Now, to do that, we probably are going to need to run a connection from this road, and I probably will tuck that road up and get ourselves a nice little connection there. Let's do that now, and then we can go and punch that in. So we're going to use the medium-sized road. No, we're not. We're going to use the smaller-sized road. I'm going to keep it flat through here. I do want to keep it flat, and I actually don't mind if we get a slight little tunnel up through here. But what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to give ourselves the connection point. Now, this is a medium road. I'm actually going to give ourselves, we're going to slightly come down a bit. We're going to come down about there. Like that. And then we're actually going to switch back to this one. And we're going to come like that. We're going to connect in just like that. And then we get a nice little, yeah, that's nice. I'm okay with that. However, the drop-off point for the trash, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to try and make it as close as possible to that as I can. Well, I mean, I tell you what, I'm going to do something even better, something a little bit different. I'm going to actually put it right next to this rail line. I'm going to do some decoration stuff here. I'm going to give it some buildings. And I want to give the buildings right on here. Yeah, yeah. It's part of the decorations. Now, which one gives me... I want that one. Then I want that one. I want that one. Yeah, I want these buildings right on the line. Yeah, like that. On this side, we're going to go with these old wooden ones. Are we going to go double now? Yeah, I'm going to go double because it just looks better. And it's not like we can't afford it these days. Wow, you're really just not caring about the budget. Not caring about the budget. Call me Karen. Not Karen. All right. Is that what you're doing, Ham? That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep it as simple as that. Now, I could have just run a drop-off point. Yes, I could have. Do we need to... Yeah, it's fine. I could have just literally run this, right? I could have just dropped it off. But then you don't get this lovely little building as you pass the train passes. Yeah, that's right. Think of it that way, okay? Well, that's what we're thinking of. We're thinking of the trains as they go past. Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy. I'm actually going to attach this one to here. Thanks, autosave. Wow, autosave's really coming in hot and fast today, is it not? Right, that's how we go on that one. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So if you're saying, Ham, just put in the drop-off point. I'm saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to leave this horrible lime green color because it looks like trash. Okay, mate. It's been like how long? And we're just putting in a line now. Shut up. We're calling it SB. I'm just going to call this Bewdley because that's kind of what it is. It's at Bewdley. Trash deposit. Trash deposit? Are you going to the ATM to deposit some cash, are you? No? Trash deposit. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right, where have we got some vehicles being bought from? There. Yeah, we can send them from there. All right, let's go and buy them a heap of vehicles now. We can just do this now because money says we can. Cargo-wise, oh, we do have the DMG can stat. I'm going to do it. We're going to just put 2 on that for the moment, right? We don't need to go overboard with it. It's not like it is actually... Where's our horrible rubbish color? There it is. Bewdley trash deposit. The trash man, all right? Garbage collection is rife. Right, next, let's get our trains sorted down here, and then we can go and have a look at over at West Ham. West Ham, get it? Ham's going to West. Shut up. You don't need 2 lines. Right, this line here, we're going to color it grey. Yes, and we're going to say, hey, at a station. Hopefully it should, because these lines are all one way. You can tell by the signal. The light only says this way only. Okay, not waiting for any other way. It should just automatically tell it to come right around. Down in here, Stephen's done a repair job to this. I'm going to show you a nice little neat trick if you're a new punter to the Transport Fever 2 saga. And that's it. If you've got multiple trains coming into one stop, this came out with the spring update 22, I think, in 22. Anyway, basically, you can say, hey, I know you're coming into platform 2. Why don't you also come into platform 1? If platform 2's already got the grain in it, which is designated by the yellow here that we know, if it's already got that in there and it's busy, come on down to lane number 1. And we could also say lane number 3, and it could choose all 3. I don't want that. We'll keep lane number 3 for something else another time. That'll be enough for that one. We're going to call this one SB. You want to give it a capital? SB. Now this is Bewd to South. Well, it's back to Bewd, isn't it? Bewd, South, Bewd. No, you don't need to do that. We're just going to call... we're going to call it coal and trash train. Coal and trash train. You sure you don't want to deposit in there? Shut up, idiot. I'll deposit something in you in a second. Well, hang on. No, I won't. Also, that's myself. Let's buy a vehicle. Vehicles, we're going to keep it fairly steamy. The bald one, look, the bald one will be good. It's a freight, but Stephen's already got those running as the passengers, so we're not going to go that. We're actually going to go something like the PV here. We're going to utilize the PV. I'm going to actually give it the grey paint job as well because, oh, yes, wait till this pops out. All right, we're going to go 2 trains to start with just to get this running. What gondolas do you want? 7? Yeah, I do. Okay, add. Trust me, I'll sort out Southbank's end shortly, but we'll get these trains up and running. Yeah, we're going to go that. How much capacity? Well, that's 79 meters, 80 meters. 100 meters is probably enough at 84 capacity to start with. Maybe 90, maybe 91. 2 of. It's so nice to have to just be able to do that and not worry about the money itself. All right. Wait. Something I haven't done with that line. Something I haven't done with these trains either is can I just have all is add that please and add that. Something I'm just going to pause here for a second. Something I haven't done with this line is I haven't added the turnaround at this end. So manage that line. When you come into Southbank Port at whatever station you want, can you please back out to here, which Stephen has fixed all this as well. So that's brilliant. Can you just, yeah, that's working. That's fine. Yep. Double tracking. Doctor says, double tracking. Yep. And we'll just check its turnaround. Brilliant. Beautiful. Good. Get it done. So those trains should be good to go now. We will unleash them. Unleash the trains. Southbank. All right. Let's just have a look at what these look like. Apologies for that really bright blinding white as well. Let's have a look at just how this grey color looks, if we can. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm a real fan of that. It's got like a very, holy whistles, Batman. It's got a very, I want to say cast iron kind of look to it. Or very, very raw metal sort of look to it. I'm all about that. All right, we now have to look down here at Southbank and we have to say, hey, Southbank, friendos, why don't we say... We've got our station here to bring trash back. Here's the thing. When we want to bring trash back to here, this is actually not connected to the station here. So to do that, what we all we need to do is say, hey, give me a drop-off point. And look, we would literally just tell these guys to come out of here and we can, the drop-off point is literally just there. Can you actually expand that? Can you add a little bit more? No, we're maxed in the length that we can go there. I could go ahead and move that truck station down. Yeah, so this whole thing here doesn't like it being invaded. It doesn't like its territory being invaded. There's nothing to say we can't send that road down into here, yeah? Yeah. Just do that. Driveway in. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, I like it. Actually, that's going to take everything from blocking up downtown. Yeah, take that road out, please. Brilliant. Okay. You did a hey diddle diddle, put it in the middle, but then you didn't do a building. And I can put some retainings back in there later. Now, that now should give me connection to there, and it does, and we've still got our connections up to there. But we are going to be saying, hey, because we're now going to be bringing coal down here, we want to tell this to take fuel to there and bring back trash. What's with these lime green colors going on? We're going to bring back trash, but I'm going to paint it orange. I'm just going to leave it orange, and we're literally just going to call it Southbank. Fuel. Yep. That's a good start. Fuel. Yep. Southbank. Do you want to call it actually Southbank? Well, yeah. Okay, I do. South Bank fuel trash deposit. Shut up. Line. Fuel and trash. Just truck. Bloody deposit, you idiot. You're gonna let yourself off the hook with that one? Not a chance. I'm just gonna keep rinsing myself about that. Right, trucks, buy vehicles, cargo. We're gonna use the DMG constats. I'm gonna go with 6 to start with. We don't need these. Look, that's probably overkill as it is running those on there. And look, we're probably gonna need a couple more trains on the line as well. Just because coal is that's not the one you want. I want SB Southbank fuel trash. All right, just because these 2 trains are not going to. They're going to be too like by the. Yeah, you probably need to run 4 trains on there, which we can do. But we'll have a look at that shortly. We'll let that all get set in motion. The trains can work on getting themselves set apart. I'm not going to work on doing that. Just as the ships down here have got to work on getting themselves spread out and stuff. Look, 2 of these, there's one going back that way. What are you doing, buddy? You're heading in. They're all taking grain in, right? They're all taking grain. They will spread out eventually. We just need to let the game run as it is, all right? The other thing I want to do down here, I want to get back and I want to just put this port in and make it look more porty down here. You want to make it look more porty. I want to make it look more porty, okay? Now, how now, brown cow? West Ham needs coal for fuel. We are getting a lot of coal here. Why don't we divert some of that coal to there just to get these? I just want West Ham starting to get a little bit of growth. I want them to start blossoming. Okay, I really want West Ham to start blossoming. To do that, we are going to divert a little bit of this coal that hits the deck up to here, and eventually we're going to have to get some more coal. Probably we can, now that we've got this beautiful train line up here, we can probably get some sent down. Well, we've got the coal here. It's just not enough, right? It ain't enough because you need 2 coal for 1 fuel, all right? So at the moment, we're generating steel here, but I am going to steal, pardon the pun, some of it to send into there. Just to get, I want to get the growth up on this place. Right, do you want to give the, I want to attach them a little truck stop here. Why don't you just put it down here with the port? Right, yeah, okay. Not happy with this port. Not happy with any of this. Rework time. All right, well, redesigning it. Stephen, I know you just slapped this in for the contest, but I'm unhappy with the port. In fact, I really would prefer the port in here. This seems to be a better spot for it, to be honest. But I see why you've got the connection there. You really do have a connection. Shut up, Anne. Can I get a connection to there if I slap one in here? Simple answer, no. All right. Port now lives here. This is how we're going to do it. See you later, alligator. Vehicle's in the way. Hang on. Pause there. There shouldn't be a vehicle in the way now. Bulldoze anyway. No, yeah, that's good. Good boy, turn around. Okay, pause now. Sorry if I've upset your line there, Stephen. Don't you tell me that there's a ship in the way now. Okay, good. I know you're upset, all right? I don't care. We're doing dredging, okay? We're doing ports the correct way. Now, what do we got here? I need, this is the shape I need. This is the shape. Yes, this is the way. All right, dredging from here. Dredging commence, go. Okay, when you're dredging these ports, you always want to try and stay on the grid of the map. This square tool is perfect for giving you a square grid on the map when you're putting your ports in, okay? I'm not doing myself any favors, am I? All right, so this now, what you'll see is it should potentially, I've gridded it out a little bit. I'm a little bit out, am I? No, you shouldn't be. You can line that up. There you go. Right, now, I don't necessarily want this directly there, but I'm going to go like that, and I'll show you why shortly. Actually, I'm going to go on about there. Okay. That's on the same grid line, right? On the same grid line. We can simply just put we're going to use the larger road here. We can simply just put that there, right? So that should still give us our connection to there. All is good in the world. You've got that back. Okay. Everyone's happy there. Now we're actually just going to go like this. We're going to future-proof this and get this ready for later. Okay, that didn't help me down here though. Why won't you give me that one there? Is it because of this road? Maybe I have to put this in after. Just take this whole road back here. Because what I actually want to do is that. That's what I want to do. I don't want you like that. I want you like that, please. Right, brilliant. Got it good. So here's a little thing. You can now go ahead and delete these, right? And I know you're upset. Shut up. Right. What I'm actually going to do? You just put in the building to get what you want, right? Trust me, that's what you do. Okay. Now, can I have you? I don't think I'm going to be able to get you where I want you to. You are going to sit there and you are going to sit there, right? This little bit in the corner here, I'm not brilliantly happy about, but can I get you, if I do that and do that, that's okay. I'm willing to accept that. Now, I don't think they will work. Okay, brilliant. They will work right where I want them. I should be able to sneak that road back down in here now. And you're not going to work there. You don't need to necessarily work there. And you don't need to as well. Yeah, you don't need to as well. I am going to go like this though. Now, we've got these large platform areas. Yes, it's brilliant, good. But I'm not necessarily going to use them wholeheartedly. I do have this here. What I like to do is put a couple of landings like that. And I'm actually going to bring those ships down in that way. Yes, I am. Okay, come back to here. Let's get these roads connected back up for us, please. Seriously, game? You are really serious about that. I'm going to build it anyway because I don't like the fact that you're not letting me build that anyway. You're going to come down to here. Like, it seems ridiculous just because you're touching it that you can't build that there. To me, that seems ridiculous. And we're going to have a little port road, ring road will eventually probably tuck up around that way and reconnect over to there. For now, it's not going to. I don't know what that is. Maybe I can get something back over the top of that. I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. And now, in terms of that, I don't have any landings back on here yet. You know when you... Yeah, that's what I want. Configure. We're actually going to land in here. There, and there. Give me some larger ones out. Oh, you would do that. Okay, you're fine there. I'm going to have to do more dredging in there to get that one. That's fine. I'm not going to worry about it right now. You can get another little one on the outside there. And we can just clean up a little bit of dredging around here. We don't really need to because the ships are quite smaller in there. This is for larger ships in this corner here. Now, that should have taken back that. Brilliant. So the ships are now going to go into there. And we're starting to get a nice little, like, proper port down in here. We've got this lovely little water feature in here. What are you going to do with that? I'm going to see if there's a decoration. Why do you say it like that? Just to be just to be different, I guess. Oh, we've got these buildings here. You're trying to take the land with you. Do you have any other? Oh, I've got some stalls. That's not helpful. What are these? These are things. These are things. That's a thing. Oh, that actually looks like a thing. When you keep saying that looks like a thing, I'm going to do that because it's actually on. It's on pillars. Sure. Why not? Now, what were you saying? Diverting. Yes, we want to get in part of this port down here. We're going to need to have a lovely big. Yeah, we're just going to do this for the moment. However, you've got a little gap in here. What are you going to do with that gap? I don't know if I can. I can do that a little bit. Potentially I can get in. I don't like that gap. I want to just see. I can get in that. That's made me feel a little bit better about that. I could also paint all this as well. We'll come back and check that out shortly. For the moment, I just want to get some coal up here and start generating some power for West Ham. I'm just going to drop it at the front door, to be honest. Now that we're starting to use motorized vehiculars, you can have a street turning down there. Why not? I'm going to help you out. Now that we've got motorized vehiculars, we're going to say, hey. Now, this will change up. This is just a temporary... This is a temporary contract. Think about it. Let's think about it as like they're producing fuel, but let's think about it like it's the power plant, right? The coal power plant at West Ham has got a temporary contract to take some of the coal here from the steelworks to start producing power. Keep telling yourself that, mate. Southbank. What are we? West. You're in capitals, by the way. Oh, damn it. I've hit the caps lock. Coal. Deposit. Delivery. Fire truck. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Brilliant. Cool. Let's get a couple of trucks on that. Where are we buying vehicles from? We're not buying vehicles down here currently. Presently, a little bit of that too. The cool thing is, eventually we're going to send some of this grain back. We probably might be able to get a transfer of grain down to here. Then these guys can pick up the grain and bring it back. So they'll be doing a two-way. Today they're not going to, because we're not going to take grain away yet, because we might save bringing food over next time once we've got these established in. We'll go back and check that stuff very shortly. Let's get in... we're utilizing this one. That little truck stop, I'm hoping it's going to squeeze just in here, and it is lovely. Do you want to get that kind of square? Like that. Yeah, nice. Okay, good. Okay, so buy me some vehicles. We're just going to say this one again. I like these little DMGs, constats. Why? Because they're not horses and carriages. Give me just 6 for the moment. We're just going to see how this goes. Southbank. You are Southbank, West Ham coal. Okay, off you go. Now we should start seeing coal potentially, I'm hoping, pile up on here. Is that right? Let's see. Yes, West Ham gas. We're starting to get some coal there supplied for it. All right, cool. Got it good. We should start to see that hit the deck soon. Let's come back over here and just check our trains. Oh, okay, yeah. We've got a lot of coal sitting on the deck here as well. All right, where are our 2 trains? Because we need to make sure that they're kind of spaced apart just a little bit. All right, so train number 1 is not doing the reversing thing. Did I not... Did I not put the fake wagons on? I didn't, you know what I didn't do? I didn't modify them. Okay, that should have them. Okay, so you're now there. Whereabouts are you? And you're up there. Okay, brilliant. I hate this mod. FYI, I don't care if you think I'm an idiot. I hate this mod. Only because I only say that because I don't utilize this one. I've said it before. I just have reversing trains mod on from the get-go. So every train is set to reverse regardless. So that's why I don't like this mod. But do prefer reversing trains. As many of you know, I play most of my series with trains don't flip on their heads, okay? Trains don't do backflips in real life. They're not doing it in my game. It's one thing that I will not tolerate. All right, we're also going to say, hey, you guys, are you taking any trash back yet? Oh, by the way, they are making money, all right? So are we waiting for trash to come back yet? Have we had any trash come and hit the docks down here? How are our trucks doing? Are we producing fuel, by the way? We are not getting enough coal down here. That tells me that these trains can do with 2 more. All right, let you go. They should come out now as well. Here comes one of these trains right now. It's going to get... You're going to hold it up. Okay, whatever. They'll all space each other out. I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The more trains we get down here, the better. Future Ham here. I've just gone ahead and updated these trains to have 3 trains running at a capacity of 91 each, which seems to be a better spacing for them to be generating money and to be taking a full load of 91. I did have 4 at a reduced 77. I didn't like it. This way, with the 3 trains running at a larger capacity, I'm just spacing them out now. It's meaning that they are like there's one at like each end. So one here, one down at Southbank, and one sort of transiting in the middle. And it's giving a much better spacing for us, for our coal mine here, to be generating enough coal to be sending these trains full. And for these guys to make a good amount of money when they hit. Let's have a look at this one here. Bang, and he makes 530,000. And the other thing is, just to let you know, they are starting to generate and pick up some trash down at this end. Finances are looking much better now. We're already well above that right there, above our expenses. And our expenses are going to come down now because we've taken a train off that, all right? So there you go. Much, much better. Just to let you know, it is all working. A treat, tickety-boo. Okay, I really want to get this port fixed up because considering I've done this one now, I've got this looking better, and we've done something here, we can't have the flagship town, Southbank, not with a better port. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to configure this now and then see if I can punch in what I want to punch in later. I really wanted to get you down there, and I'm only going to be able to get that there. You know, how big is that? I need you to be about, I think I need you to be about there. Let me just, I'm going to do something here that's going to upset the apple cart. Yes, I know, game, you're upset. You're just a little bit too long in the tooth there. If I made you about there. Sometimes you got to play puzzle man with the actual. You're going to be long enough there. Okay. You got to play puzzle man with the actual. Oh, you're not going to go there though. Okay. Here's the thing. Here indeed is the thing. Yeah, so you got to play the puzzle man to get this how you want it to sit sometimes. I need you to just sit back a little bit further if I can. You'll go there, okay, actually. You know, that's not necessarily a bad idea. I just don't have quite enough room in here to have the port I want. However, we can play devil's advocate with this and sort of get what we want a little bit. Right, so we can sort of get what we want down here. And what I sort of want is that. Which is actually not a bad thing right here. Okay, let me just I'm just going to go through and fix up some of this. I know what you're thinking, Ham, you've made an absolute mozzarella cheese pizza out of that. And I'll say to you, Who doesn't love mozzarella cheese pizzas? Sometimes just a cheese pizza is actually quite good, you know. Right, connection. We can put our connections back here. Where are you going to put your building? Ha ha ha. Why did you laugh? Because I did. Don't you love this organic gameplay sometimes? Right. Now, where are you putting your building? Yes. Well, good question. Well asked. The building is going to sit here. That works perfect. And then I'm also going to see, can I get in? Yeah, I want to have, we're going to need a little bit of dock connection just here. What we're actually doing by doing that is we're now giving connection to this wonderful beast. Not that we probably didn't have it before. And we've still got to configure because you haven't put your landings in. Now, I'm hoping that we're still going to be able to get landings in here. We are brilliant. We can also get, maybe we need to just dredge a touch here. One sec. The old dredging machine's back. The beauty thing about these nice thick sections is we have a bit of room to play with on them. I don't know, however, if they're going to be deep enough. And I just think this is going to look marvelous down here when it's all coming into the future. But that port is looking a heck of a lot better. That's a much tasty looking port. Also, yeah, you're okay. I might need to play with that a little bit more. I'm not too stressed. We've got 2 of them in there. That's not going to work. That one's not going to work there. That one's going to work there. That one's going to work there. So we can get larger ones in. However, we probably need to do a little bit more dredging out from back here, which we are definitely. So that was half the trouble, I think. Just running a little bit high through all of here, which is fine. We can take that back to about there and really take it out here because this is the CB, the downtown, the big sort of city of this end. I don't want to take out too much of that, please. And just give me that. Give me the softer edge brush, just so I can just tidy up some of that, please. Tidy that coastline up just there. Brighton's going to get a beautiful view of the port down here. The dock lands down over here when it's all said and done. Okay, how has that done anything to our connections? No, in fact, our connections are stronger than ever. That's brilliant. Do you want to just see if you can get in these now? Still outside of waters. Am I concerned about that? Not really. We can get that one. That gives us 3 small. Still just outside. We've got just maybe a little bit of issue. I can just clean up some of that later. As long as we got 2 large and we've got 3 small to begin with. I can do more over here to get that in. That'll be fine. But in all honesty, and look, you could see, actually, if we go back to that, you can see where I can do a little bit more cleaning up in the water just to fix all that. And you can actually see where we've dredged, right? So a little bit more cleaning up of that, but at least now when you look at that skyline, if we hit Alt-G, just how much that's really starting to take shape with Stephen's beautiful train stations he's got down here. It's really starting to just add to the actual city, I think. Right, we're done. Time for a track ride. Right, big episode today, I'm well aware. Let's go fly a kite and get on our train at Cambridge. Oh, wait, train, come back. All right, well, we're starting from here. The train's just left. The train has just left out of town. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do my outro now, and then we're going to ride this train out of here. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thank you for hanging out today. I finally got my ports going in, which I was really happy about. I hope you enjoyed it. Check the links down in the description below. It will take you to all the other contestants and all the other competitors' channels where you can see their episodes as well as the actual playlist. I put the actual playlist link there as well, where you can check out all of the episodes in order, going through if you're looking for something to binge. Okay. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. Your feedback is invaluable to me. I'm going to pause it here so we can get ready for the track ride. Your feedback is absolutely invaluable, and I do appreciate it, not just for me, but for all of us doing this series. So it's hearing your ideas, and some of you, the ideas of your playthrough and what you're experiencing is also brilliant. So please do drop those comments down below. It does help everyone out. All right, stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen for plenty more Transport Fever 2 action, and get out of here.